height up to about 21. John and Sarah.
Thanks, Carol.
16 minutes past 8. And we want to talk this morning about a health condition that affects around 1 in 20,000 of us. It's called CMN syndrome, which stands for congenital melanocytic nevus.
Yeah, it can cause numerous birthmarks and large moles all over the body. But now it's hoped a new genetic therapy could reverse this rare skin disorder and give hope to those with the condition.
Well, we're joined now on the sofa this morning by 3-year-old Ada, who has CMN, and by her teddy bear as well. Do you want to show your teddy bear? Do you want to hold it up? Because we love your teddy bear. Oh. That's Ada and teddy bear. Mum Rachel is here as well, but you have to take second stage or third position after Ada and the teddy bear. And also here is the Chief Executive of the CMN charity, Caring Matters Now, Jodie Whitehouse. Morning, Jodie.
Good morning.
To you. Rachel and Ada, should we start with you then? Because I think a lot of people watching this morning will think they've not heard of CMN. Just explain from your family's experience, how's it affected Ada, who's exhausted and yawning?
Yeah. When Ada was born, she was born in 2020. She's my youngest child, and when she was delivered, I noticed that she had a big mark on her head, which is now covered up by her hair. However, the marks were further down on the body, and it was a really frightening experience because everyone went pretty quiet in the room. We was lucky enough to find a doctor at the hospital that knew what CMN was, and he referred us to Great Ormond Street. So within 8 days, Ada was seeing Professor Kinsler. She was also having an MRI for her brain and her spine, because obviously with CMN it is and can be fatal.
Because it can be internal, is that right?
Yes, the melanoma can be internal, so obviously that's more the complicated side of CMN. Luckily enough for Ada, hers was on external. So far, so good. She's healthy, thriving, but Ada has 70% of her body covered in birthmarks, mainly on her back and her neck, and then places on her legs and arms, and then her scalp and face, but not so many on the face.
And what does it mean in terms of dealing with the condition, in terms of sun exposure, that kind of thing?
We have to be extremely careful with its sun exposure, so she does have to have the UV suits on, hats, make sure that the cream's always topped up, but then we try and incorporate that with both of the other children as well, because it's just important for all children to be protected from the sun. But no, with regards to her skin, it can become itchy and sore. And when she was 4 months old, she did have some nodules on her back, which had to be removed to make sure that they were benign. And with that, we gave some skin cells to Professor Kinsler and the team to advance the research and try and push through as much as we possibly can.
And that's obviously in the sun and the sort of the dealing with the actual birthmarks. What about in terms of helping Ada live her life? What are the sort of challenges, just sort of emotionally, I guess, socially?
Yeah, I think she's becoming of an age now that she's more aware of her birthmarks. So therefore, it's now I can see the challenges starting to arise. You know, she knows that she's a little bit different to other children because she has got these marks on her skin. However, we try and, you know, make her as confident as possible, love the skin that she's in at the moment. And, you know, with the new news that's come out with regards to the research, I'm hoping that one day she may be birthmark free.
And you were saying to us just before we came on air that part of that love of the skin you're in, Ada, your mum was telling me that you have a favourite birthmark. Is that right? Which one's your favourite? Is that a special one? Do you have a name for it? Looking at me like I'm absolutely mad, and you're probably right. Yeah. It's lovely to have you here.
Oh, Jodie, can we bring you now? Caring Matters Now. Obviously something that people have to live with. Tell me about the news that there might be, so just explain, it's a new genetic therapy which potentially could reverse this condition.
Yeah, it's really incredible news. So as a charity, we've been working with Professor Veronica Kinsler, who's based at the Francis Crick Institute in London and Great Ormond Street Hospital. And she's been trying to develop a treatment for CMN because there's no treatments available. And so she's developed this genetic therapy which is silencing the gene that develops CMN called the NRAS gene. And as a result of this therapy, the CMN cells in the skin are destroying themselves. So what she's discovered in the lab is that CMN is reversing, so the pigmentation of the skin is reversing. And she's managed to move that fast with this research project that in the next 24 months she hopes to get it into clinical trials.
The next 24 months?
Yes, and with that there comes some further testing in the labs to be able to take it into clinical trials, but also we have to raise quite a lot of funding for that to happen. But there's a big team of us, everybody at Caring Matters now. We have 800 families like Ada and Rachel who have been fundraising for over 25 years to support the research project. And as a charity, we've been able to give over £1 million. So to get to this point where there's a potential treatment in my lifetime is quite astounding.
So obviously every case is going to be different, and some people maybe not suit the new therapy, but what could this potentially mean for Ada?
It could mean that her CMN is reversed. So there's many different expressions of CMN. So as you've already mentioned, CMN can be external, but it can also grow internal, causing neurological complexities. As well, CMN on the skin can be very itchy and can develop nodules. So it's very difficult to live with for some of our members. So to have this treatment will be life transforming for so many children and adults who battle living with the condition each day.
And Rachel, for you, I mean, it's obviously early days. I mean, I know we're talking about the trials in 2 years, but the thought that that might be some help down the line, what does that mean? What does that mean to you?
It was mind-blowing to find out the information. It's beaten all my expectations at such an early stage, because I think with medical science you always think it's going to be 20 years' time, not within 2 years maybe. So I think with CMN, especially with external, it's hard on them because obviously people can be cruel from what they see. So I think it would be a great benefit for Ada and so many out there to help.
Well, we're getting lots of messages in from breakfast viewers this morning who are saying how lovely it is to see you and how lovely you look, and they love your bow on your head as well and your teddy bear. I'm sorry we got you up early this morning. You tired?
Yeah, a little bit.
You and me both, Ada. You and me both. We're going to have a kip. Lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for coming in, and good luck with it. We'll keep across it. Cheers.
Thank you so much. Thank you.